What is art? You see, I find this drawing to be very ugly. I can't stand looking at it, to be honest, and I can't believe I came up with such a thing. But someone saw it and told me that it's very pretty, and I was surprised. So I thought I'd share it here and see what people think. I remember in grade 11 that one student who convinced the special arts teacher that his incomplete art piece was like that on purpose, and that it symbolizes something about time and how precious it is. Of course, he didn't need to tell me for me to know right away that he's full of it, and that he simply was too lazy to complete it. Yet somehow he managed to sell it by coming up with a story that sounded deep, I guess. Cut to the guy who drew possibly one of the prettiest art pieces I've ever seen. It was anime, though, or whatever it's called, and yet somehow he got one of the lowest grades in class. So I ask again, what is art? I also remember going with my friend to the Toronto Museum many years ago, and one of the quote-unquote art pieces got me so mad. I actually almost got kicked out of there because I was so frustrated. It was literally 2 strokes of black paint on an otherwise empty canvas. It was like an abstract drawing of a face, but it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. However, that art piece somehow made it into the museum, but drawing something like anime, which looks beautiful, but isn't all that deep as people say, is somehow not considered art. Again, it's very beautiful, visually pleasing, and whether it holds a story or not, who cares? I remember I had an art display in school that one time, and it's like a bunch of distorted paintings of someone walking through a forest. I didn't put a story with it, I didn't say anything, I just left it there for people to see. I just stood by it, and I remember other students just standing by it and coming up with their own stories, and it was one of the best feelings in the world. Because art is created for different reasons. It gives people different feelings, and that's okay. Something that you might not think is creative might hold a story that was just not given a chance to be heard. So I ask again,